Hey y'all, and welcome to the video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Today I'm going to be reviewing the entire e.l.f. Electric Mood collection. I am so excited. We have every single product from the collection to review, so I'm going to go ahead and take everything out, which I've already used, and show you the products one by one and give you my review on them. Okay, so I'm going to make this review completely different than any other review I've ever done because there is so many items here, and I don't want this video to be really long. But I want you to see me apply these products and get the gist of the situation because I'm all about short, simple, sweet, and to the point videos. I don't like anything over 15 minutes if it doesn't have to be. I like to keep anywhere between the literal 8 to like 12 minutes, and that's where I like to keep my videos. And there are so many products here, and yeah, I'm just going to do kind of like a different review than anything I've done, like I said. So we're going to talk about the products. I'm going to show you me applying them and all of that. So let me know how you like this style of review for big product reviews where we're doing a lots in one, so we can keep it short and to the point. Let me know how you like it in the comments below, and if you need further explanation, I can definitely update you guys on these products. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here and watching. If you do enjoy, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it would mean so much. And let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, so the very first thing that I am trying in this video is the e.l.f. Electric Mood Illuminating Elixir Priming Serum. Now, I used this on my face before I even primed my skin. It smelled like coconut, smells so good, and it did give me a nice overall glow. After I put my foundation on, I didn't really notice my face super glowy, but now that like my full face is done, I can see an overall sheen to my makeup. So if I use this with something a little less full coverage, I'm sure you'll really see the glowiness to my face. But other than that, I think it's actually pretty good. Now this here I didn't use in the video. This is the e.l.f. Electric Mood Glassy Skin Balm. Now this is a product that I would put right here under my eyes before I conceal. So stay tuned to me using this product in the future with my full face of e.l.f. first impressions. I will be using this and showing you how I will use this balm. Okay, so the next product that I used was the Eyeshadow Palette. Beautiful palette, absolutely love it, and I did explain how I am applying the shadows and what shadows I'm using, so I'm gonna go ahead and run this portion of the video for you guys. But I was pretty impressed, like for sure. Okay, so we're gonna start out by playing with this palette, and it came with a few different brushes, so I'm gonna go ahead and show them to you now before I dirty them all up. So these are for different things. This is for the brow products, I think this is for the face palette, and then these two are for eyeshadow, so I'm going to use these. Look at that crisp zoom, you guys. Okay, so this is the Electric Mood palette. Super gorgeous. Here are what they look like. It's actually a gorgeous palette. I'm gonna start out and prime my eyelids with my Zoeva matte eyeshadow primer. I use this all the time, and I know how shadows apply with it. It's really, really good. I'm gonna start out with applying this shade here. This is called Latte, and I'm just going to start this in my crease area, and it does appear to be pretty pigmented right off the bat. It's really sticking to my primer really well. Like, I can't just glide it, it's like wanting to stick to it. So I think that might actually be kind of a good sign that it's going to be long wearing. Now I'm starting to get some movement. There we go. This is actually a really pretty color. We love. I'm actually going to go ahead and swatch the shimmer shades on my arm because I want to figure out what look I'm going to do, but I can't do that unless I see what the shades look like. Okay, so I have to admit those are probably like the worst swatches ever, but I have decided I want to use this shade here, Pound Coin. It looks to be a duochrome if I am not mistaken. I'm gonna swatch on the back of my hand though because it looks so good. Okay, we gotta get a close-up. Insane. That's what we're gonna work with. That's our inspiration. So I'm gonna take this shade Browning and add it to my outer corner, and I might even go with like the dark black shade too, but we'll see where this takes us. So I'm just gonna pat the color in and then do some blending. And I'm not going to be too worried about my lid. I just want it to look good on top. So I'm going to mostly focus on top because I will be covering my lid with the duochrome. Taking whatever product I have on this brush, I'm just going to blend the two together. It looks really good. Now I'm going to take this. This is the Thrive 360 Waterproof Primer. It's something I've been using on my lids underneath any of my shimmer shades ever since I got it in Ipsy like 2 months ago. And I really do like it. It does help the shades stick and just have a better life on my lid. So I'm just going to apply. Okay, so I don't have a brush that I can use to add on my duochrome. So I'm going to find my flat brush that I like to use. And I'm going to apply this shade here, and this is Pound Coin. Nothing came off, but like one little sparkle. Okay, so I have not wet the brush. This is just how it's going to apply the very first time. And we already have really great results happening. Let me zoom you in. Oh, this is this far. Let me get closer. I don't know how this is going to shift, but it's intense, and I didn't even wet my brush. I don't have to wet my brush, and that's how you know you have a really good shade. Also, I don't have an ounce of fallout on my face. Very happy about that. Now to tie the whole look together, I think I need to do a little bit of Ya Bright on my lid just so I can tie them together. So this one's more soft, not as intense. So I'm just gonna pat with my finger just so they can marry each other and we can just have a full look. And it actually looks really good together. Okay, now that we're done with that, I need to work on my lower lash line. So I'm just gonna take the two shades that I use and apply it to my lower lash line just to complete the look. See, this is how you know you have good quality shadow, because you play with it, you blend it, you put it where you want it, and it doesn't get away from you. It's just super simple and easy, and you can just do your thing. 2.5 seconds later, you're good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna finish out my eye look with liner and lashes, and I'll be back to try out everything else. Okay, so the next product that I tried out was this face quad, which I really did enjoy. So I'm gonna show you my clip of this, my experience, and I want to know your thoughts and opinions on this down below. Okay, so the eyes are done. So now we're going to make the face look a little bit less dull. I'm gonna go in with this face quad here. This has a highlighter, 2 blushes, and a bronzer. I have a feeling that the bronzer in here is going to be a little bit too dark for me, but we're gonna use it anyways and hope for the best. Here's a blush, here's a blush, highlighter, bronzer. But it might work because this is the bronzer I'm currently using from e.l.f., which is amazing, by the way. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and start out by using this sponge, which came in this set. And I'm just going to grab some of this, I'm going to pat on the back of my hand, and now I'm going to apply it to my cheeks. Gonna lightly apply. Okay, so it's not what I expected. I thought it was going to be a little too warm tone, but this is good. This is a good color right here for me. Love that for myself. Oh, and I didn't wet this sponge or anything. It's literally just a dry sponge. Call it being lazy, and I don't want to get back up. It actually blended in really well, and I do actually already have powder on my face. I set my face with the Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder Dough Powder. So this is applying really nicely over powder. So I'm going to now work this up because I just really want nice and warm skin. I should move the hair out of the way. I'm just going to grab some more product from the back of my hand, because I don't want to get carried away and it get too intense. Oh, I'm obsessed with this eye look. It looks so good with my eyes. Now I'm just taking some on the pointy tip, and I'm going to try and contour my nose. I'm just gonna like dot it because I don't want to mess up, because this is a little bit darker than what I'm used to. So I'm just kind of like poking it, and then I'm gonna blend it with like probably my finger. You see that? I like poked it. I don't want to mess it up my nose. That's like super important. I mean, it's not perfect, but it'll do. It's a little darker than what I like for my nose. Okay, so I'm gonna take the tip again and I'm going to do what I do to make my lips look bigger. So let's do that. This looks awkward. I'm gonna take a little dot and where my little like, and I keep looking at myself in the viewfinder because my eyes just look so good. I like to put it right here. The other day I filmed a video and I forgot to blend this out and I was like, oh, I see that. Whoops. It just gives like more of a boom effect. But anyways, let's go ahead and swatch these two blushes and see which one I want to use. So we have the darker one here. That one's really pretty. And then the lighter one here. I think I'm gonna go with the darker one, so I'm just gonna keep using the same sponge but flip it over. And I'm gonna go in with this darker color just because, you know, I don't go for things so dark all the time, but I just wanna play with it. So I'm just tapping a little bit so it's not too intense. And I'm gonna start it back here and work it forward. Yeah, it's very, very light. I'm gonna grab some more off the back of my hand and I'm gonna bring it up. Really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take more on my sponge, tap it, and do the other side. Pretty. Okay, love that for myself. And I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this highlighter, which this looks more like a highlighting balm more than a highlighter. Like I'm not really seeing like a dark pigment on my finger when I swatch it. I'm really rubbing in there. Let's go ahead. Yeah, not intense at all. Kind of like the Skin Balm, but it has some glitteriness. Not glitter, but it has like there's a color in there. Maybe kind of pinkish. I can't tell. So for this, I'm just going to take my finger and apply it. Oh, it actually does look pretty good. Like there's something to it that just makes it look so wet. It sounded like I said sweat. So wet. It actually looks really good. I actually really like this a lot. Okay, so a couple of shadow sticks also came in this collection, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch them for you guys since we didn't use them today. So we have the shade Bambalina, I think. And I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of these on their own because I use shadow sticks religiously. I love them so much. And then we also have Spotlight, which is a little bit lighter. And these two look super beautiful, very promising. I know I'm going to get lots of use out of these because I don't specifically have these types of shades. So here are the crayons. Love them so much. Super cool colors. Also, we have the big Moon Mascara here, which I'm going to be doing like a whole thing about for e.l.f. So I just want to show you the wand. And I am going to be playing with this in my full face of first impressions, as well as some Instagram posts and reels. So I will be testing this out on a different day. Okay, so we have 4 lip products here that I'm going to swatch on my lips for you guys. Some of these didn't really work out for me, and I'll explain when I show you the clip, but I liked all of them except for this lip pencil. It was okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply those for you guys and you can see what I'm talking about. So lip balm, this is a sheer stick, liner, and then lip gloss. Okay, so this is a lip liner. I don't know how this is gonna work, but we're gonna go for it. I'm not sure, like the shades don't really go together, but we're gonna make it work, okay? Okay, so now I'm gonna take the sheer stick, which is this red color. I'm gonna apply it on top. Hopefully it I don't know. I feel like, I don't know why there would be a lip liner for something that the colors don't match. It's not sheer. It's not sheer. When I tell you this is a look, it's a look. We gotta take this off. We gotta take this off. Let's try the balm and see what this looks like. I like this a lot more. There's some sparkle in it and it makes it look really, really cute. Now let's try the gloss. Definitely makes the lips look juicy. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to use this brow situation. So we're going to run that clip. The only product that I didn't use, because I actually forgot to use, was this brush, which this would have been a nice brush for like the blush and the bronzer, so I will use this at a later date. Okay, so the last thing we need to do is play with the glitter and this balm here. So that's why we have this brush. So this balm looks like this, and it looks dry, and that's because it is. It's just a dry thing of wax, so we have to wet our spoolie. So I'm just going to take a little bit this Charlotte Tilbury spray that I got in one of my new Sephora favorites. I'm gonna wet my spoolie, and then I'm gonna dip it in here, and we're going to start to shape our brows. I'm actually going to do my brows with like a actual brow pencil soon when I'm done, but let's go ahead and look at this glitter. So I don't really play with glitter, but this is actually really, really pretty. So I'm gonna take just a little bit and just show it to you guys. I have a feeling that this would probably be really good for some eye looks. Really pretty glitter. So I'm going to do my eyebrows, and then I'm going to zoom out and give you some thoughts and opinions on e.l.f. and this new collection. Okay, so final thoughts on this entire Electric Mood collection. I have to say, I'm thoroughly impressed. I had really good experiences with all of the products. I do want to use this product more. I definitely want to use this in my full face of first impressions video, and I do want to eventually get use out of this glitter. It's actually really, really pretty. The only thing I would have to say is I don't care too much for the lip pencil. It did glide really well on the top, but that's because I had put some of the balm, the highlighter on my lip, so it was easier to glide, but on my bottom lip, it was a little bit more of kind of like pull action, if you will, where it kind of pulls up a little bit. So the lip liner, not so much, plus it wasn't my favorite color. All the other lip products really, really liked. I think this gloss is beautiful. It reminds me of the Moon Jelly gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which is really, really pretty. This eyeshadow palette, really good. I have to say some of the shades are kind of lackluster, but then again, and that's just based off swatches, but this is only 16 bucks, and I would pay that much just for the duochrome that I used today, which is absolutely insane, absolutely gorgeous. This was actually pretty good. I was surprised that the shades worked really well for me. This isn't going to be universal for everyone. I'm a very light skin toned, and all of this worked for me, even the darkest blush, which I really liked, and it worked for me. So I am very, very happy with everything in this collection. I want to know your thoughts and opinions down below, and yeah, stay tuned for my full face of e.l.f. and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.